We change the audio. Hold up.
Yeah, let me put my headset on real quick.
Yeah. Right, this is showing up.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna say, yo, you started the live, the end of live?
Nah, that was
Started, ended. I'm like, what the hell is happening, bro?
I had to go get my beer. I ain't gonna lie.
Right on time, boy.
Yeah, it's popping, boy.
What? This me just we caught up on episode 5 of Paradise, man. We gotta get up on that show, son. Paradise is fire, son.
You know, A. Marie sung that song "Paradise," right? With LL Cool J. I know you be.
Well, I met Emery in person. Her little skinny ass.
I may be hating on my girl, Marie. Oh, Nat, payback.
Yo, what's good, son?
What's up?
She want to start something she can't finish.
What up? You ain't give me that bad, bro.
First time I seen you, what's good?
What's good?
Everything chilling, you know what I mean? It's snowing like a motherfucker. You already know. I'm about to go smoke. So, you know.
Oh, that's a new way for me to share the live. Show me the people.
What's up? It's still snowing out here, son.
I'm not sure if it's still snowing over here.
It's snowing over here, bro. You see the snow in the background?
Yeah.
It's snowing, bro. It's sticking, too. It's sticking like a motherfucker, son.
Yeah, it's a lot of snow on this side. Not a lot, but I mean, it's enough. I'm going to be driving through it.
Not me.
Sharing the live out.
I'm staying my black ass in the crib, son.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I'm going to try my best. I mean, what's your name again?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Ronnie's Revelations.
What up, Ronnie? Okay.
Ronnie. R-A-N-I.
Ronnie gonna get
Revelation? Oh, really? This Revelation, all right.
The revelation will not be televised.
I don't even want to know, son. Yo, let's your name. Let's your name, Mr. Dave.
Get it. All right, let's see. All right, so got that. All right, so
what's the topics of discussion?
So tonight I wanted to talk about something that's real funny. My nigga Fifth.
Oh shit.
I want to start off with my nigga Fifth. 50 Cent. You watch the show BMF?
Yeah, I love that show.
What show, little nigga?
Huh?
What show, nigga?
I can't shit, right? So 50 Cent been going back. So recently, 50 Cent got the show BMF as to where, Little Meech is Big Meech's son. 50 had him, put him through acting school, paid for 2 years of acting school for him, just put him on the show. You know what I mean? Just to put him on there. So Big Meech and Little Meech has been shining for the past few years, being that he's on BMF series, shining as in his pop shadow, as a protege that's on the show. That's a big thing to do for somebody, and they see, put them out there. 50, 50 always had a beef with Rick Ross. They don't get along. 50 don't fuck with him. They don't fuck with each other. Big Meech gets out of jail recently. Welcome home, and this and the third. About a month and a half later, 2 months later, he takes a picture with Rick Ross. Now, we all know, anyone who knows 50, who fuck with 50, knows that 50's big on loyalty. So there's two things to this. So basically what happens is, after Rick Ross takes a picture with Big Meech, he posts a picture. So 50 then starts going at Big Meech. And then Little Meech commented on the post that he put up. And he was basically saying, like, come on, man, we should be getting ready for the next season to be in BMF and da. So 50 responds, what season, little nigga?
Well, nah. Let me tell you what. Let me piggyback off this story. I've been following this shit.
But that kind of reminded
The
me
video.
it reminded me of this shit from was it the last season? From Power Book 2 when Tariq was in jail and he got the note from Ghost and he was like, I knew you'd end up here, little nigga.
Yo, son.
That shit, he cried.
Let me share. Hold on. You see the video. The video of Big Misha saying like, I'm only doing this video for my family and my friends and everything like that.
Folded. All that shit. Yeah, I saw that video.
50 reposted the video and started commentating, son. It was hilarious.
What did he say?
Son, dude say, you are a snitch, nigga. Then he said something else. 50, you shut up Tasha. You snitched on Tasha. And like 50 is wilding right now, right? Bro, he's wilding and like he's a narrator of the video. So I was cracking up. I said 50 got no cut cards. Yeah. But then the thing is, a lot of people don't realize that they had a movie coming out back in the early 2000s, and they was gonna get picked up to do a movie on BMF. But what happened was they got locked up. So once they got locked up, 50,
what up, baby?
took it upon himself to make a series out of it. But the thing about Rick Ross and that whole situation, we already know what it is because when you think about that song, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, he's shouting out all the OG drug dealers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a surprise that Rick Ross would look out for them, you know what I'm saying? Because he used to shout him out. And that was one of the popular songs that he came out with. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. So 50, like he said, don't have no cut cards. So if Meech is like, check this out, if you fuck with him, I ain't fucking with you no more. So his son, who's caught in the crossfire, Rick Ross gave him some bread. He gave him some bread when he came out of jail.
You said 50 gave Meech bread?
Yeah, no, Rick Ross gave Rick Ross gave Big Meech some bread, and that's when he came out with the text messages. So the text messages when he said, fuck Rick Ross, I'm just trying to whatever, because he gave me money, it gave my pops money to hold him down until the next season. And that's when he said, what season, little nigga?
What season, little nigga?
Yeah, it's like a whole backstory to it. Like, I was watching that shit, bro.
That nigga said, what season, little nigga?
Yeah, it's a dub, son.
Yo, that nigga straight clipped him, big. What season? 50 ain't playing with you.
But you know what? It's not his fault, though. You know, I feel bad for Lil Meech, though, because just like in the series Power, when 50 took Ghost's son under his wing,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, he did that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the same thing in real life. He took Lil Meech, and, obviously, you know what I mean? That's his son, and then all of a sudden, yeah, son, but he caught in the crossfire in the sense like now he's trying to do good and all that. I know he's living up his pop's name and everything, but he's trying to do for him and take care of the family. And now he's just caught in the crossfire. You know what I'm saying? So
listen.
He didn't do nothing wrong. You just guilty by association. That's it.
That's your pops. Your pops should know better. Like me should know better. But the second part to that, what I would say is this. Like I said, everybody know who knows 50 Cent or know of 50 Cent, like for real, or from that, and knows that 50 is big on loyalty. Does Big Meech
that's nasty work. But the thing is, if you're not from New York, you're not gonna really know, but you have an idea how petty he is. He's the biggest troll. He's the biggest, pettiest person that's famous right now, and everybody don't fuck with 50 because they know how you give it up.
And and business is business. At the end of the day, that man just got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And he probably working something with Rick Ross, and it's business. It's not about loyalty. You got, and the niggas got big ties down south. Like, Big Meech got ties from ATL to Miami. Yeah, big down there. So they know the same people. They probably talking offline about shit that ain't got nothing to do with the entertainment business that they connecting about. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of this shit is just all hype publicity is publicity, whether it's positive or negative, it's publicity, right? And we have to take into consideration that they do this shit because it grabs attention and media hype. But at the end of the day, whether he was loyal or not loyal, that nigga gonna get fed regardless. So fuck 50.
Well, look, check this out. You know how what Rick Ross did, right? Rick Ross came out with the video, and Rick Ross was like, "Yo, I know y'all was entertained by that little series, but we gonna
He acts like a fucking girl. He acts like a girl. He do a lot of talking,
yo,
and he like to run his mouth and jibber jabber and get it. He instigate.
Oh,
let me tell you. I mean, let me tell you why. There's a small part. There's a
No,
small
I've
part.
seen him on it.
So he does act crazy, but
He tries to be funny, and that's what they all do. It's like he be joning on people and stuff. But at the end of the day, come on, man, this man just got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
He don't care about that.
Yeah, he just got out of jail, but it doesn't mean nothing. Like, does he own look?
Yeah, he don't care about none of that.
He does. Now, I mean, like, look, if
that man did a bid.
Hold on, it doesn't matter. Like 50 did a bid. Like niggas do bids all the time. Like, I mean,
but he ain't snitch.
What does that have to do with 50? It's like, listen, if Rick Ross was so big on Big Meech rather than just shouting him out on the song, everybody already knew who Big Meech was. So Rick Ross put him on the song.
But like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with the entertainment business.
Hold on, but it does, because of the fact that if they was gonna do something for Big Meech, then they would have done it. Why didn't they do it? 50's a person who actually reached out and did it, and put money in his son pocket. Nobody else did that. So
because 50's a businessman too, and 50 knew how much money it would make.
So if Rick Ross was such a businessman.
But Rick Ross isn't into that type of business.
Why isn't he? Rick Ross so that
Rick Ross doesn't have a power book and ghost and all that.
That's what you're overlooking. So Rick
no,
Ross,
what I'm saying to
I get what you're saying. What you're not seeing is this. For Big Meech to go that route, knowing that 50 Cent and Rick Ross are enemies, basically, like they're not the same, like they 50 don't rock with Ross and Wilson and Meech is from the street. He knows that creed. He knows that cloth. So the friend of my enemy is my enemy. That's where that comes from.
But listen to this. Big Meech is much older than 50, right? So at the end of the day, right? And I think Rick Ross is older than 50, okay? And at the end of the day, maybe his intentions of dealing with racism, we only know what they tell us through the media. But what I'm saying to you, if you look behind what they're revealing to us, he might have had a disclosed conversation with Rick, and it got shared or it got public. You know what I'm saying? But it might have been that, and then Big Meech might have came out, and 50 was disrespectful off the bat. And that nigga held it in because he was probably in jail, or when he got out, this nigga got out of pocket with Big Meech. And Big Meech is like, okay, I know you powerful. You're more powerful than me, but I got you, player, for being disrespectful.
The thing is, who knows?
A nigga ain't gonna like disrespect. I don't give a fuck who you are.
So you're just saying right now that the reason why 50 not fucking with Big Meech, the reason why he did what he did. So that's not bitch shit what 50 did. I get what he did. I get wholeheartedly why he did this shit, because bottom line is.
But what if Big Meech is upset?
I'm not going off of the what ifs. He could be upset all he wants, and he should have said something. I mean, bottom line is, like, when you go side with
they gonna squash that shit. They gonna squash it.
You don't know 50 that well. You haven't followed him. 50 ain't squashing shit. The one time 50, well, the few times 50 squashed them was when it was just strictly what it was. Like when it came to the locks, when it came to, you know, the beef with the locks with Nas and Jay-Z, that was just strictly music. So, and then Fat Joe and them, strictly music. When it came out with the How to Rob shit, so then, like, when Chris Lighty died, you know, that was a big uniting thing for them. You know, so and that was all respect and all love as well. Even though people didn't trust 50 on that because niggas know how 50 give it up. 50 went up against, you gotta realize 50 went up against some of the biggest names. And I ain't talking about in the rap industry. I'm talking about
I think 50's a good guy. I just was talking shit because I like both of them. But you know, I think, and as a woman that came from the street, I think loyalty is real. Like I know a lot of niggas business, and I don't open my mouth. That's what you don't do. You just don't open your mouth. And I don't like when people aren't loyal to me.
Bad with the enemy. You don't
right. True. You do. You don't. You don't never get caught in the. But so, I didn't listen. I wasn't in prison. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you don't know what these niggas got going on behind closed doors and why he felt the need to betray 50 for whatever reason. It might be reasons why uncontrolled reasons why he needed to make that trip. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is with that is if you're gonna do that, then be prepared for the consequences. And now this.
Well, then he's prepared. Then
he obviously he isn't. Because now
he made the apology though, because obviously I ain't never folded. Either that's a statement that he's like, nigga, come for me, or that's a statement of I'm being who I am.
Making an apology in a situation like this ain't helping him. You know what I mean? Like, listen, the nigga 50 put his son on. 50 put his son on, brung his son, know what I mean, from wherever he was at. Paid for the nigga. Obviously, his son ain't have money, so obviously Meech ain't have the money or access to it to put his son through acting school. Know what I mean, 50 paid for that. Know what I mean, 50 paid for his son to go to 2 years of acting school. You know, to put him on his show. He could have got anybody to act in that role.
But that was their story, though.
It doesn't.
That's their story.
That's not his son's story.
No, that's his son's. It's the father's story. It's the brother's story. It's their story. So if anything,
50 could have called.
It's an even exchange. It's an even exchange.
He could have put anybody on to play those roles.
Yeah.
So he did that, like looking out for the family.
Yeah, he did that to look out.
Basically,
like, he could have called it GMF. Know what I mean, just to throw it off. Know what I mean, and you know, did
money talk bullshit won't.
I mean, so bottom line for Rick Ross, I mean for Meech to do that and let that picture get leaked. Meech, if he was gonna talk with Ross, it should have been behind closed doors, no cameras. He knows the game when it comes to the cameras.
But paparazzi, it's hard to escape from them niggas.
Ross set him up.
They be in the business.
Ross could have set him up. It could have been a setup. Know what I mean, like
I believe that it could have been a setup, but my thing is 50 can get out of the emotions. I can understand what you said earlier. A friend of my enemy is my enemy, and I respect that because when you're in the street, you know that code or whatever. So therefore, if you was having a private meeting, you could have talked to this nigga about money. Regardless, at the end of the day, 50 a businessman. He can understand if he making a business move to put more food in his family mouth. But it's like sometimes it's kind of hard to look at that and be like, and wipe my hands with it because I don't fuck with this niggas and y'all could be conspiring against me. So a man's actions is his actions. I see you over there in the mud, I'm gonna think you dirty. I ain't got nothing to say about 50 or Rick Ross and none of these motherfuckers. They not feeding my family. But when I look at it, loyalty is like Kiss said, you know, in the Witch Comma, blood is thicker than water only in certain cases. You need water to survive. You learn that in the basic. So it's like Sis was dead on. Like, loyalty is like a fucking unicorn nowadays. That shit is rare. It is mythical. And it's fucking mythical.
Unicorn?
On some real shit. Loyalty is like one of the mythical beasts and shit. But it's like when you do find people that's loyal. That's why I was like, I don't try to invite too many people in my circle. I have friends, I have associates, I have family members. It's levels to this shit. You know, if you're doing music with somebody or this and that and the third, you can't call everybody your folks or even your friends. You're an associate, you're a business partner.
Right.
I go by energies and vibes. Like I tell a lot of people, if you want some negative shit, right, your gut feeling to get you there.
Like, if you feel some type of way,
I will
get
say
the
this
fuck
though.
out of here.
I will say that, it was a good move too by helping his family out by using them. And it makes it more realistic too.
Yeah.
So as well as him helping them out, he helped himself out too to give him that
Exactly. I
bag.
think it was a trade off.
That was a good business
It's
move.
always going to be to help myself out in the move like that because I mean he was doing
It's a trade off.
what he was doing. So the thing is this: it did more for Little Meech and Big Meech than it did for 50. I mean, 50 already had all the powers popping already. I mean,
that's true.
So bottom line is, it did more for them than it did for him. So that's more of a reason. Me paying you for you to get better in your life. I mean, and I can use you down the line, pause not that way, but I can use you down the line. Benefits you more than it does me.
But let me ask you a question.
To get me towards the direction that I want to go. And what up, Flo?
But of course, you got look at 50 and his stature and where he had his career. This nigga done sold water and shit, made all that money. 50 been doing his motherfucking thing since he popped on the scene on some real shit. So, like, you gotta look at he's going to benefit more.
Let's get gritty, and I got a question to ask. Okay, if we get real down and grimy, right, and them niggas get real beef, right? Who getting cut for real? Like who gonna be out of here?
Nah, we not going
there. Well, you gotta kind of look at it. Anybody, I don't want to talk about that on that, but just to say that, no, anybody can.
But who got that pull? Who got that pull? Because it gets ugly like that. Because them niggas, they didn't change. You think they really changed their color?
I mean,
you really think
it really ain't that deep in a way of life.
That ain't where they are. Like, if
it ain't really that deep.
You would hope.
You fall into the narrative.
You would hope that they
goofy shit.
You
if we both got all this money,
that they changed. That's true.
If we both got all this money, who the fuck really should be killing anybody? What beef is there really?
Do you see where these youngins are doing? The youngins are out here killing.
The thing is, they're not the youngest. They move. They're way smarter than these little niggas out here. You can't put them on that same level. So bottom line is, you're talking to two people who ran organizations. Two people who ran.
I understand they ran organizations.
What that means is this: if it came down to it, like, and I don't even want to talk about that because I don't want to bring. But the thing is they would have people's handling and stuff like that. But none of them are afraid of that because both.
Just like in Power in the book. Right? It was never that the people that led the organization get taken out. It's usually the family. But all I'm saying to you is that it gets grimy behind the scenes, not in front of the public.
I'm going to let you fuck up what I built because you don't like the way another nigga think.
Yeah.
He used the route. I got it.
It wouldn't even go like that. So bottom line is, that's why I said I didn't want to go that route. Like I said, it wouldn't be them at the forefront of what's happening. They may call shots. But
you heard, I was only asking that because if you listen to what Big Meech said, did you hear what he said? And that's what he said. And that's all I'm going to say. You can switch the topic.
So what did
you heard what he said. What did he say? Your boy was on here and he said, but he was like, I ain't folding. He said, I do something over death or something. He said he basically laid the law down on who he is and what he stand on. He stand on business. He stand on business, and that's what he said. And he basically, he said, I'm doing this for everybody, and I'm letting y'all know. And so he just put it out there. And what I'm just trying to tell you, you've got I'm a conservative. I've grown up. I'm no longer part of that lifestyle, nor do I even want to deal with anybody from that lifestyle. But what I will say, it's always, you've got your conservative side and then you've got that other side. And
so this
he laid it down.
So this is what I'm saying.
She basically saying it's a possibility that
that's all I'm saying.
My name's Peter Griffin. I'm a family guy.
Hold on, y'all. Stop. Y'all give me a second to talk. Don't cut me off. This is what I'm saying. All parties involved don't give a fuck. Like none of them. The only person who really would care about that, who really would lose out, would be Rick Ross because he's never been that life. Rick Ross wouldn't be.
No, I'm not talking about Rick Ross. I'm just talking about Big Meech and 50.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Bottom line is, no matter what Big Meech said, 50 don't give a fuck about that. You think 50 would be scared of that shit? Like, come on now.
I didn't say that. That's why I asked you the question. I asked you the question.
You gotta let me rock.
That's just you. That's you.
You gotta let me rock.
Rock, man, rock.
Then stop cutting me off. Where's your drink at? So,
I don't drink.
I know. That's why you need to drink. So bottom line, like I said,
that's why you're acting like this.
you antsy. So look, 50 went up against Supreme in them. The Supreme team, like he don't give a fuck about Big Meech and with Big Meech, if Meech make any type of threats. Meech's been locked away from that long. He's a name right now. He may still have hitters, and I'm pretty sure he does. But bottom line is what I'm saying is he don't give a fuck because he has his disposal. It ain't like Big Meech's going, oh, Big Meech, everybody fall the fuck back. Whoa! How Martin say, whoa, hold me down. I mean, like, he don't care. None of that shit, man. I mean, so like, Meech can make all the idle threats he want. Like, 50 ain't gonna back down. 50 will be right out a half hour later, still clowning him. Probably have another 2 videos out clowning him. But shit don't matter.
Agree.
So if that's the level that he wants to take it through, he's pretty prepared for stuff like that. Like so
here's the thing. I think for us to have the topic, like you brought up the topic, but people like me, I don't give a fuck because they don't pay my bills. So like whatever's going down, like the nigga don't pay my bills. I don't work for day one of them niggas. They cut me no check.
When I first I talked about Lord, and I said that same stuff.
And you know the reason why I don't really talk about current events and stuff like this is exactly because of that. But the bottom line is it does pay some people bills to talk about current events.
True that. I'm not a dreamer, I'm a streamer.
I chose about talking about tonight. And that's what I'm talking about, damn it. So
I'm not a dreamer, I'm not a dreamer.
So bottom line is, so like the thing is, and so what I wanted to say about that, what up, Moss? The next thing I would ask about that is this. Does Big Meech owe 50 Cent loyalty?
No. You don't gotta owe nobody shit. You don't owe nobody nothing.
Okay, let me get back to being the host.
Yeah.
Get Amethyst.
Did he sign a contract? Did he violate a contract?
Hey, man, go ahead, Amethyst.
Let me bring you back. D, bring us back. Can we do this? Just give us the overall, real quick, of everything we talk about for everybody who just joined in.
All right, so
because we have been up already.
50 Cent got the show, got the series BMF, right? Big Meech, everybody know who Big Meech is. Big Meech been locked up. 50 Cent got the show, got the series BMF, is where he paid for Little Meech, which is Big Meech's son, to go to acting school so he could be in the series. Big Meech been locked out. They had a lot of things going on or whatever, but when he got out, I mean, he went and took a picture and did something. And Rick accepted money from Rick Ross, took a picture with Rick Ross, you know, and Rick Ross put the picture out there saying shit. I mean, and 50 responded. Then it's been a lot of back and forth. And then Lil Meech was saying something to 50 about, yo, come on, we gotta get ready for next season. We shouldn't be going through all this, whatever the words may be. Don't quote my words. And 50 Cent said, what next season, little nigga? Basically clipping them from the series. That's right. Hilarious in my point of view. But so what I'm saying is, for what 50's done when it comes to Big Meech and for Little Meech, for his son, does Big Meech owe 50 Cent loyalty due to that? Should he have taken that picture with somebody who's 50 Cent's enemy, somebody who 50 Cent don't fuck with? Because it looks like now, if you said you did that for money and shit, that looks like now you need money.
And that's definitely the look is given.
It's looking like, damn, now you out here being a hoe for money. And that's something that Big Meech never was. So it's like, now it look like, oh, I'm going to take money from any and everybody out there. If you can take money from Rick Ross and now you got to take pictures, you just out there on a getting props tour, know what I mean, off of your name. And it's like, damn, 50 could have got you more money from doing the shit that he was doing, and he had money in your son's pocket. So it's like, if niggas really cared about you that much and wanted to put money in your pocket that much, why didn't they take care of your son? Know what I mean, why did that shit?
But you don't remember
that shit. Know what I mean, that.
But do you not remember how BMF all got started? Because he did bring all the coasts together. He brought the West Coast, the East Coast, Central, South. He brought everybody together. He was never like, my loyalty is this. He was like, we all need to be fed together. We all need to work together. We all want people. So in the end, he's always trying to bring unity. I don't think it was a matter of disloyalty. Maybe he was trying to end beef. You don't know why he went down there. He might have went down and say, look, 50 my man, you my man, you my man, 50 my man. Look, we got white people out here discriminating us. We need to come together and we need to build again. We need to build again together. We're powerful together. And that might have been the conversation. Let's meet up and let's squash beef and let's be together. You know what I'm saying? That man brought everybody together.
Can I just say this, please? Because there's a glitch in the matrix. Thank you, Queen, for bringing that perspective and point of view. Like you said, he could be talking about unity, but they automatically go and switch it to be on some structure. Like you said, any publicity is good publicity, whether it's good or bad. When they seen him there, they ain't know what to say. So of course, due to the fact that these fuck niggas want to be on that,
but they don't know that nigga. That's why
he could have been talking some unity shit.
Okay, look, I get that, right? If that was the case, then Rick Ross should have never posted what he posted. Because
then that's Rick Ross fuck ass for that.
No, is that Rick Ross fuck ass shit? Like, that's Big Meech too, because Meech knew that 50 didn't fuck with Ross. So if Meech go to Ross and try to dead the beef, he shouldn't have taken a picture with him. Know what I mean? He should have known, like, yo, before and I'm not taking no pictures until we get y'all talking behind closed doors. Niggas try to get them to talk right behind closed doors. It worked from them. What makes me?
The nigga is fresh out of jail. He's lacking etiquette. He's lacking etiquette. Not everybody's built.
You're making the excuse. That's you're not. No, he's not lacking etiquette. Big Meech has never been like he's never been like.
No, he's always been. He always loved the limelight. He always was the bottle boys. He always wanted to be in the club.
No, Meech was that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Meech was the head.
That's not what I'm saying.
Meech is way smarter than that.
No, he's made some mistakes.
No,
did you? Right. Okay. All right. We're gonna agree to disagree because I'm telling you, he fumbled. He fumbled when he got into the rap industry and he wanted to be a rapper.
Listen, he knows the streets too well.
We're not talking about the streets. I'm separating the streets.
The street nigga, you know the street too well. 50's a street nigga. Ross ain't.
This is different. Listen, you're talking about something completely different.
This is what I'm telling you. No, I'm not. Because I know. I mean, like, he being a street nigga, he knows the streets.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been a street nigga?
I'm a hood nigga.
So are you a street nigga? Okay, so if you
to answer that,
so that's just your observation.
No, I've been in the streets. I've done things. I'm telling you.
But I understand that. But what I'm trying to tell you, do you know who Big Meech is? Do you know his whole story? Do you know that he fumbled when he got a little Hollywood hungry, but that separated himself from street life to wanting to cross over into the limelight. And that's how he fumbled. And when he fumbled doing that, he put too much attention to himself because he likes that attention. And that's where he fucks up. Yes, he's a good street nigga.
You're giving this.
I think the fumble with the whole thing into the rap thing, I was speaking about this to a friend of mine. It's too many of us trying to get in the industry with these folks to want their acceptance. I'm saying, hold on, we want their acceptance when we don't need it. If you are really operating on black excellence,
he should have left that shit alone. If he would have never went into the business, he probably would have he wouldn't have got locked up. He got too ahead of himself thinking, and I'm not saying he's a bad rapper, but I don't think he a good rapper.
Listen, what I'm telling you is this, Ronnie. You're going off probably. Whatever.
I'm gonna mute myself.
You're going off probably. What he probably. I'm telling you what he did. Now, I mean, he did something which is something that you don't do. That's point blank, period. Now, I mean, you don't go to the enemy of the person who's putting money in your pocket. You don't do that. Bottom line is, if he was going to do that, he should have spoke to 50 first. He did. He should have paid 50 that respect to talk to him first before he went to Ross. I don't care about what he did when he was out in the streets and he went to the industry shit. He he tried to get into a different realm when it came to the music.
All right. What about this perspective?
That's when he tried to bring all the other rappers on. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Bottom line is, though, he dealt with street niggas in one way. The industry is something completely different. Rick Ross is an industry nigga. 50's a hood. 50's a street nigga. You know what? A street nigga deal with street niggas. Go ahead.
From a different perspective, it could be that when he looked at, 50 doing whatever he did for his son and really start putting bread in his son, and he appreciated that. But 50 could have got to a point where, like, nigga, now you owe me this and that and the third because I looked out for you. And Meech, like you said, was the head syndicate of a whole operation. So he probably looking at it like, no, you're not just going to feel as though you're going to do something for me and control me. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want out here.
Agreed.
Okay, so face the consequences.
Because he look at it like you tried to young boy me and expect this that you had some checkmate shit, but I'm nobody's, no underling.
Exactly.
It could be a whole bunch. The more I listen to what everybody's saying, everybody is like it's two sides to every story. Their side, and then the next three sides actually the truth. But everybody going to speculate and say what this person might have thought, should have did on some real shit. I believe that at this point, before it escalates to people losing lives and this and that and the third, they need to figure out what the fuck is going on and continue to make money under the lines of
It's none of our business.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Let's get your perspective.
Good evening. I'm Flossie So Bossy. I'm from the borough that's thorough. So I did catch up. I caught up on what y'all talking about. I'm gonna just start off with this. 50 Cent is the master of marketing and control. Okay.
Yeah.
There is nothing that 50 does that is not contrived and strategized. So as we're talking about this, Ronnie, it's never gonna get to a beef. This is all fun. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
To get to a beef. Now, I love your perspective, but I will say this: he was not going there to make peace. That is not what Meek was doing.
And he would have said that.
No, he was not. No, he would have spoke up about that. He would have cleared that up. That's why you know this is all strategized. Okay, if it was that, I will say this too. Y'all said, do he owe 50 anything? Let's be clear about something. When 50 came out with Power, the first book or whatever, and then he decided to do the series, the first thing Big Meech told him is, you can't do my story unless my son plays me. Mm-hmm. So that was a favor, right? That was an exchange. That was a contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if we're talking with each other, yeah, business is business. It's certain things that you shouldn't move or do if you made a contract with somebody. Taking a picture with Rick Ross wasn't a good idea. That was not a good idea. It was not business. That was not business. We sat at the table. We came up with a great idea about your life, your story. But guess what?
Okay.
Nobody would have did your story like 50.
Flossie, I got something. Wait. Let me ask y'all a question. Flossie, remember back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember, back when it was Tupac and Biggie, right? And remember when Snoop would go back and forth between East Coast and West Coast. And he literally said he jumped on the plane and he swore that was gonna be his last life. He felt like he just sat in the corner and stayed quiet because he thought he was gonna die, right? Because where was his loyalty to the West Coast, right? But he said it was all in love of the music and what they were doing. But do you think it was wrong of him, or he broke loyalty, or he faked on his own coast because he was just trying to make music with and he said he was with everybody, Master P, ATL, New York, but is he not loyal? Is he not loyal?
I think the situation is different because wherever he went, he took the West Coast with him.
Those are different things. So
wherever Snoop went, he took the West Coast with him.
So it was a big war going on. West Coast and East Coast was at war when Snoop was going.
I didn't see Snoop do commercials in Spanish, my nigga.
That's a whole different perspective. So you're
Snoop is all about that fucking money.
Right, that's what Derek just said. I'm sorry, Marcy.
But I'm asking you, you were talking about loyalty, and you said, was he unloyal to 50? I mean, when he went and took a picture with Rick Ross, did that make him...
Listen, your loyalty to a person is different from your loyalty to a coach that you have no really ownership on. Like, listen, the loyalty with a person is something that...
What are you talking about? Snoop is from fucking...
No, wait a minute.
No, wait.
Your loyalty to a person deals with interactions that you've had with each other, something being done for each other. The coach really did nothing for you. Okay, so if we right here and somebody tries to go to the crib and I run over there and I body them, now I mean, like you can't say, oh well, yeah, you did that, but now I mean.
So what? Question: Why was Meech at Rick Ross' house?
Wait a minute.
You gotta stop doing that.
Okay.
Now, I mean, so if I do that, then all of a sudden, like, yo, and I'm talking to you about something, you can't say, well, I will hold you down, but know what I mean? And I say, hey, somebody's at my front door. I need you to, know what I mean? I need you to scare them off for me or something like that. You know, oh, well, I would do that, but I know they're people. But I just called a body for you to save your life.
Right. So wait a minute, Ronnie. When you compare the two situations, just to piggyback off of what Vijan just said, loyalty, you have to actually have a bond with somebody, right? Some type of bonding goes on. Snoop was not loyal to anyone. He was loyal to the music.
Yes.
When I said
that, who is Big Meech loyal to, though?
To you. Hold up for a second. So when Big Meech and 50 sat down, they made a bond. There is supposed to be some sort of loyalty there because those two.
Bring Marcy on real quick.
These two.
Stay on.
Two men sat down together and made a relationship bond off of his story and things like that. That's why it's more of a expected loyalty. Not so much he got to kiss 50 ass, but you don't go take a picture with the number one enemy. I know he about to talk. I'm about to wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up, Marcy. You don't take a picture, right, with if I'm beefing with somebody and me and you come up with a contract for clothes and then you know I'm beefing with somebody, I shouldn't see you dapping it up with a person that I got a personal beef with. Not no bullshit. This is a person that I do not fuck with at all. And I made sure your son ate.
Yes.
His son ate.
Because
he put a plate in front of his son's. Yes. He put a plate in front of his son. So that's.
But what if Meech said? What if Meech said you can't write my story?
He did
and this is right. So that means
you know what 50 could have said? Okay, well, fuck your story. I'll just make a parallel that this is exactly like the story and have my own actors. 50 had the power.
And then his son wouldn't have ate.
Yeah, exactly.
Son wouldn't have ate. Okay. Son wouldn't have did nothing. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. So you have to be careful when you're talking about loyalty. Loyalty is only matters when there's an exchange and two people have a bond together. So when you brought up the example about Snoop was loyal to the music. He wasn't loyal to anyone. Now you talk about specific people that Snoop was loyal to. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not taking no pictures with the niggas he fuck with their beef, the people they beefing with.
Make that mistake, and that's the whole shit. Well, Pac is dead to this
Exactly.
day. Pac
Right.
But
because
you don't.
was Snoop's people. But go ahead, Moss. When you finish, Flossie?
No, I just wanted to make it clear that he does owe 50 some sort of, loyalty, just a tad bit, just a little bit.
I ain't gonna say he almost incomplete.
Nah, he ain't gotta kiss his ass, but we know how 50 is, and when you're doing business with 50, Meech, like Bijan said, Meech is a nigga from the street. You know you're not supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're not supposed to do that.
But like he said earlier, it may be all business. It's a marketing strategy. And 50 knows that.
Somebody else.
50
it's mad people to do business with. No.
Since we talking facts, let's talk facts. Facts. Fifth don't fuck with Ross.
Facts.
Meech knows.
Mako. It's not an old beef. 50 is never fucking with Rick Ross.
Meech knows.
That's current event.
Meech knows.
His mother on the shopping spree.
Yeah, that's not old. It's never dying. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Facts. Meech knows. Fifth don't fuck with Ross. Facts. As Flossie said, couldn't do the story unless Little Meech was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Meech is a nigga from the streets. He ain't go down to damn Rick Ross house to talk no kumbaya fucking moments. Facts. If that were the case, guess what? Meech is a former boss. He would have done what? The same way he put that dumbass video out reading the cue cards, he'd have said, yo, nah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been like, nah, I went down there, blase, splee, to see if I could squash the situation. Why? Because Meech is a former boss. We're not going to sit up and play this game like, yo, what if? Yo, this is real life, real time, get the fuck out of here moments, right? Fifth is a master strategist. Fifth is a master marketer. However, Fifth is going to make sure the business is in line. So just to even play off of this kumbaya that doesn't exist, if that were the case, guess what? They wouldn't have tried to go behind 50 back to still push the BMF storyline and found out that guess what? Y'all can't do a motherfucking thing. Why? Because Fifth, being the master business person that he is, owns the rights, film rights, TV rights to that storyline, right? So now people are bitter because guess what? Fifth kept an ace in his pocket. Why? Because he also knows business. He knows the streets, and after dealing with so many people, the caucasity of things, and guess what? The niggerdom of things. Yeah, he held Miss Cohen in his back pocket. So here we go. A whole different storyline is about to be released, and niggas is mad. It's not going to get down to a situation where niggas getting popped, things of that nature. Nah, this is all business. Guess what? However, if it were to attempt to go left, Fifth is a street nigga he know. Know what I mean? Meech ain't trying to go back to jail, so we know that that's not going to happen. Even for the fictitious followers that feel like they are still about that life, guess what? They're going to go to jail trying to play that game because people wait too much in the limelight for something like that to occur. So wasn't nobody down on some kumbaya shit. So hold on. Nobody was down on some kumbaya shit. Yo, the nigga needed bread. Guess what? Ross gave him bread. The nigga took a picture with Ross, let him know, yeah, Ross gave me bread, and it is what it is at this point. So the line in the stand was drawn because guess what? Ross knew what he was doing. Meech knew what he was doing. Because guess what? I can almost guarantee that Ross was like, yo, Meech, I'm going to post this. Why? Big Meech, Larry Hoover, getting work. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Some nigga who stole somebody else's name.
Clout. And the nigga who
I'll be quiet now.
The nigga whose name he stole sued him. It was trying to sue him for the rights for his name back because he don't fuck with him at like that. And Rick Ross is not.
And he lost. He did lose though, but it's
So, what you think is about to go down? What's your projection?
It's not about projections. The projection is grand opening, grand closing.
Yes.
No matter how we look at this, we already know Fifth is a nigga. Guess what? He's going to do everything in court. He will break everybody down. He will let his lawyers run that shit. However, there's still a goon squad in the event that something were to ever go that route. However, we know it's not going that route. Ain't no nigga who just did 20 plus trying to go back to jail. Rick Ross is not built for that. We already know he's not going to jail. He enjoys his money and this fictitious reality that he created for himself. Which, don't get me wrong, the albums are dope. We just don't like the way you did it because you stole niggas shit. You stole niggas identity. You stole niggas.
Officer?
We already said that, correctional officer. Yeah. He stole some. This is why it is what it is, and nobody really respects Ross as the individual. His music, listen, man, they got a dope thing going. You know what I'm saying? How him as an individual is very fucking corny, and that's the reason why his baby mother clowns him the way that she does.
Yep. Yes. Which is why she was able to go fur shopping. Okay.
Correct.
With 50. This is the reason why there will be no kumbaya going on there. Ross is a cop.
No.
50's a kingpin. So was Meech. I don't understand why Meech did that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any type of sense because 50 to this day could be like, you know what? I'm still doing BMF because now I own the rights to it. Now I mean, your son played your part already. Now I'm just replacing them.
Yep. It wasn't a good move. It wasn't a chess move.
You're on mute.
Oh.
My bad. Fifth won't do that because it's the potential of other people still getting paid. Fifth is not going to do that. Fifth is not going to do anything with BMF at this point. It's a wrap. Yeah. Now, I mean, unless it's to tear down, expose, and become the lasting stock of BMF at this point. That's the only reason why he would touch it.
Big Meech out to be a snitch now in that shit. I don't see him doing it unless he makes this last. About Big Meech being a snitch. I don't because they keep calling him a rat now. I don't see him doing it.
No, It's a documentary. It's a documentary that he's doing specifically for that. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a documentary. And with that, he may have to kick out some money because real names are being used. Yeah. However, I have a funny feeling that he'll play it as because he owns the rights to Blase Slee that I don't owe on that. So there's always a legal loophole when it comes down to doing documentaries.
You know he got his way out. Yeah. You know that.
Yeah.
That nigga's way too smart. Thinks way too far ahead. Big like.
He's been doing this for a long time. Like that's what y'all gotta know. Yeah. He's not an amateur.
Rick Ross could give him money, but he can't get him on the big screen. Otherwise, he would have been put somebody on the big screen. That's not Ross's lane. Ross is not smart like that. Ross is still trying to learn how to box for 7 years.
I think what was the funny part for me was and I think the funny part for me was when Meech came home and somebody put a little chain on Big Meech while he had a bunch of rocks and diamonds and stuff. And I was looking at this like, yo, if this ain't a smack in the face, ain't no way you put in a chain like I wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And my shit was 4,000. You know what I'm saying? My shit has weight. You're not going to put something like that on me, and I was a kingpin. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you rocked out.
Yeah, using my name, you using my clout.
I was like, huh? But this is the thing, and I still like to say this, right? Meech was happy. Like, ain't no way. I'm not accepting crumbs. Like, it's just, no. If I know that I'm coming home and y'all already got a series out on me, right? Now, where's my bread so I could play this game the legal way and get to what I'm supposed to look like in the limelight, right? Nah, that's just not how it's going to go. This dude's still reaching for table scraps. You're not handling me that way.
It's the truth.
You're not handling me that way.
Do you think Ross set him up? Do you think Ross set him up, or do you think Meech was just really hungry for money?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say Ross did the shit on purpose because Ross knew it would get. Ross thought it was going to fuck up 50 and get under 50 skin.
Don't
right?
Meek's baby mother live down there in Florida?
God damn, she gotta stop. Like when it's all said and done, Ross knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like Ross knew. Even Meech understood. You're not gonna do that because here it is. Yo, you on probation. You can't even show up to the joint that you're the guest host to, and it's on paperwork that he can't show up to the car show that he's supposed to be the guest host for. It's just certain things that just don't make sense, and like this ain't even something that people can make up. Like everything is on documentation. You get out of jail, there are a list of things that you can and cannot do until you are totally off, right? And we know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, what do you?
Yeah,
correct.
He's not getting cleared for a long time. No.
That's why none of this makes sense. Go ahead.
What was she asking?
Oh, not.
What was you asking, Ronnie?
I didn't ask anything.
I was saying the reason why he was down there is his baby mother lived down there, so maybe he had a right to go down there, and he was, and Rick Ross is down there, so that's why I was asking.
All right, so let's play on this narrative, right? Okay, he goes down there to see his baby mother, right? What the fuck does that have to do with him taking a picture with Ross and posting it? Like, an op is an op, and we already know 50 is notorious for cutting people off and doing them greasy when you fucking with the op.
You can't fuck with the op. You can't.
Listen, so a little history on 50, right?
Young Buck learned that.
Remember G Unit. Remember 50 had the G Unit sneakers. They had a G Unit meeting, and in that meeting, 50 said, "Okay, everybody, look, production is down, right? On G Unit wear." He said, "Everybody, take a look at yourselves.
What you wearing?
What you wearing?
What you got on your feet?
On your feet, exactly. What you?"
And he canceled the Reebok contract.
He said,
he canceled the Reebok contract.
Everybody was eating off of the G Unit shoe contract. But none of them was rocking the shit. How we gonna make money off the shit if y'all ain't rocking the shit yourselves? Y'all
but guess what?
Jordans. Know what I mean?
Right. But guess what? That was an example of what. Bring it back to what y'all talked about earlier. Disloyalty.
Yes.
Business.
Yes.
That's the bottom of this whole conversation.
50 right from all of that shit is Lloyd Banks, the most loyal nigga I've ever probably seen in my damn life when it came in the damn music industry.
It's not Lloyd. Lloyd's not the one that's around him anymore.
Yayo, my bad. Tony Yayo.
It's Yayo is the one that's still there. Lloyd is Lloyd.
My bad.
So
that's
what I'm glad y'all brought that up as an example. So that just goes back to what Ronnie was saying. Like, Ronnie, there was disloyalty. When you have business involved, it's certain things you cannot do.
Can't do.
You cannot do that. Or how about this? You can do whatever you want, but you better be prepared for the repercussions.
Right.
Okay? You can't go at 50 with his op and think he not going to troll the fuck out of you. He going to destroy you.
Absolutely.
That Joe, one of the best storytellers will tell you, beefing with 50 is the worst thing. He beefed with your grandmother, beef with your mother. He don't give a fuck.
Nah. Do you know the best? You know the best 50 moment for me, yo? Was when Ja Rule was in concert. 50 bought the first 5 rows of the concert. He brought out the first 5 rows of that concert. So you performing to nobody. Dead ass.
You had to see him. No, I think it was
in the middle.
What's the name? He sat in the middle. He said, "This
Yo.
is the nigga play said this is great." And John had to perform.
Yes.
He had to perform.
Yo, dead ass.
He said, "Yo,
it's when I love it."
He said,
no, because he don't care. He don't care, and he has.
This is what I'm saying. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
He has the boldness and the money enough to do it. So if you're gonna go at 50, you better make sure you're.
I don't know why they end up my damn. What the fuck is going on? Are we back to this? I'm being sensitive.
What?
They ended it live in 20 seconds. But yo,
damn.
50, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Listen, 50. Salute to 50. That's all I gotta say, man. Salute to 50. All right.
They listen to y'all.